G'day, g'day.
Yeah, Coach, big week with findings into the handling of the hotel quarantine in Victoria and the Ruby Princess in New South Wales. Is the government ready for the blame game?
Thanks, G. Look, from the outset, I just want to be clear, we don't want to play the blame game. You know, we don't like the blame game. It's a silly game. It's childish. We're not responsible for the blame game being in the fixture. In fact, if anyone's responsible, it's New South Wales or the failed state of Victoria.
So you are playing the blame game?
No, I don't want to play the blame game. Stu, I just said that. Not sure if you're listening, mate. But yeah, you know, when we saw the draw at the start of the year, we definitely circled this match in the calendar as one that we want to win, which is, you know, it's a big challenge for us, given that, you know, we won't be playing it.
Well, what about the debacle in aged care?
There was no plan for the sector.
Yeah, well, ScoMo's already apologised for that. He said he was deeply sorry.
So ScoMo is to blame?
Of course he's not. Just because he apologised doesn't mean he's to blame. Again, you're playing the blame game. This is primary school stuff.
So nobody is to blame?
Well, obviously somebody is to blame, but you'd have to ask the state captains that, you know, vis-a-vis the blame, as we were not responsible for that, other than being sorry for the bit that we didn't do.
Aren't you just passing the buck?
I'm not so much passing the buck, I think, as much as kicking the buck way down the field, away from us, and, you know, broadly telegraphing exactly who we would kick the buck to without actually kicking it to them. But everybody knows that the buck would, hypothetically, stop with them.
It sounds like you're playing the blame game.
Mate, for the last time, okay, we're better than that. You know, because once you successfully blame somebody, you run the very real risk of playing the blame game and maybe even winning it, at which point, ironically, you've lost the blame game by playing it in the first place. I can't be any clearer than that.
But, Coach, how can we get better if we don't know who's at fault?
Well, you'd have to ask the person who's responsible.
And who's that?
Coach, what do you say to the off-field sledge from Shorten calling ScoMo a simp?
A what?
A simp.
A simp? Is that good or bad?
It means he's soft.
Oh, well, look, that's exactly the type of childish name-calling we'd expect from a failed Labor rat. I mean, plus, just quietly, if anybody is a simp, it's Dan Andrews. Yeah, massive simp. Mark McGowan, what a simp. Gladys Berejiklian, very simpy. I mean, I look at every state captain and I see nothing but a conga line of simps. You know, the simpiest simps you've ever simped.
Coach.
Shut up, Stu, you're a simp.
Well, for someone who doesn't want to play the blame game, you just clearly blamed every state captain for the nation's problems.
Yeah, well, they started it.